These playoffs have been unbelievable. They've been intense. They've been back and forth. They've all seemed to come down to the final moments of the game, and we still have yet another game before we even ever think about going to the Super Bowl, and that's the AFC Championship round. We do know that the matchup is between the Colts and the Chiefs. It's kind of a lose-lose for us because if the Chiefs win, not only do we have to play against the Chiefs, but there's a chance it's a snow game, and we've played pretty poorly in the snow. And then obviously if the Colts win, we're headed on the road, which in general, we're not going to have that home field advantage. So regardless of the matter, there's a lot of losing involved for us, no matter who wins. Let's find out who wins, though. It's probably going to be the Chiefs. They're the 6 seeds, though, so you never know. But yeah, as expected, the Kansas City Chiefs do end up winning. Let's actually take a look at that matchup real quick. Hopefully it was at least close, so I feel like we have a chance. And it was. Okay, it was 38-28, which is obviously still a pretty high-scoring game, but there's a chance. Now, the problem is Patrick Mahomes did what he does. He had basically no resistance. Missed 3 throws out of 36. That is over 90% completion percentage, almost 11 yards per attempt, almost 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. And the craziest part is, that was all in a long of 26. They didn't even have the big game play. Didn't even have the big play. And they still put up those numbers. Of course, rushing-wise, not as good, which is good for us because we are one of the best, if not the best, run defense in the league. Their number 1 wide receiver is Justin Ross. I don't know how good he actually is at this point. We're about to find out, but had a great game nonetheless. And then looking at what they do on defense, only 2 sacks, 0 interceptions. I can live with their defense. I can live with that, but it's that offense. It is scary. I'm not looking forward to this. Let's take a look at who the player of the week was. We obviously had one, and it was Mr. Greedy McKenzie, who just saved the day, right? He had a pick 6. That alone would have been the difference between winning and losing the game. And then obviously the game-winning interception right at the end. Mahomes, player of the week. No surprise. That would have been a player of the week pretty much like 90% of the weeks, right? Like maybe we would have stole it there by efficiency. I don't know. I think he probably would have been player of the week no matter which week it was. James Houston, the 4th for the Vikings. I don't even know if they won, but 3 sacks. And then Jalen Hurts, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did throw a pick, but also had another 88 on the ground with a rushing touchdown. And taking a look at that other side, the Vikings are still moving on. However, it is also the Cowboys who are the 7th seed, but in no one's mind are they truly the 7th seed. Similar to the Chiefs here, 6th seed. Do we really believe this? Not really. But it is cool to see that all the different lower seeds are partaking, if you will. Looking pretty good. You know, the 5 and the 7 on their side and the 6th on ours. Obviously, we're a little bit of an outlier there. We're the number 2 seed. That's really good. Let's take a look at the team, though. This is what the squad looks like. Obviously, there's, some varying levels of development trait, but do not be fooled. Patton is really good. Polk, as clutch as ever. Catch radius is insane. Super clutch. Defensively, Uche Ojulari, they've done a little bit better of a job this year. Gamble's been solid. It's a good run defense that has definitely struggled a little bit in coverage, but we've been a little more bend, don't break lately rather than just straight up bending and breaking. We've been taking the ball away, and obviously that has been the huge difference in this one as Greedy McKenzie kind of single-handedly defensively won us that game last week. But let's take a look at the Chiefs. We've played them recently enough, so we probably should remember their team, but could have been some injuries in between there. And yeah, Marquise Brown with that Achilles tear. Pretty sure he was injured the last time we played them as well. But yeah, one of the only teams I'm still seeing with injuries, which is, it's something. Most teams are really healthy right now for some reason. But let's take a look. The Chiefs, obviously, you don't really need much introduction to this man right here. Patrick Mahomes, only real downside to him is his deep accuracy, which I don't think is really a problem. It's still really good. Pacheco, super elusive, super speedy. Wide receivers, definitely need some work for the number 3 spot, but the other 2 are great. Rice and Worthy are amazing, and then Justin Ross just had a great game. So if they could develop him into a true number 2, they'd have the size out there, and then they'd have the speed in the slot from Worthy. But Worthy with that sideline presence, he could still be a number 2 wide receiver, and he looks like he's done a pretty good job so far for them anyways. Jared Wiley, we literally couldn't cover him the last time we played him. Sua Mataia, really solid left tackle. Tooney's an amazing left guard. Humphrey's one of the best centers in the league. Trey Smith's one of the best right guards in the league. And then their young right tackle is still serviceable. Left end, Karlaftis is great. Barr, great. DT Chris Jones, one of the best in the league. Dickerson even was doing really well against us. Then you have left outside linebacker Leo Chanel, who's really good, very fast. Newman, very good, very fast. Jacobs, very fast, decent. Cornerback 1 and 2, obviously cornerback 1 is better, but cornerback 2 is an up-and-coming guy. Their coverage was amazing last time against us, so I'm not going to judge anything here. Brian Cook looks decent. Zone coverage isn't that good. But Jaden Hicks, really good zone coverage at 90, and obviously he'll have some hit power at 90, about 90, 87. That's the problem with playing a team like this. I don't know what to do, because you could see the numbers. 26 was his long last week on about 400 yards, almost 40 passing attempts, telling me that they either didn't have the deep ball or they just didn't need it. So it's either way, you're kind of thinking that the short game is probably what you need to focus on, as that's kind of what the Chiefs do anyways. They do hit you over the top, but they just kill you with the quick stuff. And then on the other side of the ball, I don't know what I want to do, because last time we couldn't pass against them. So I'm trying to think, maybe we do start out with that run and just, if we can get away with it, run 40 times and go into the Super Bowl. I don't care what it takes. At this point, winning this game, I don't care if Stevenson needs to get hurt. It sucks. It will happen. I do not care. We need to win this game by any means necessary. And for our upgrades, we have Jerry Washington, the 69 overall, about to be at least. Very elusive. Doesn't really get to see the field much, but I mean, neither does Keaton Mitchell, to be honest. Either is Gibson either. But it's always nice to have some extra running backs in case you have some injuries. Trent Beasley, obviously the field general, still doesn't get the scheme fit, but sitting at 79 overall is pretty nice. 3 to zone coverage, which puts him at 79. Blockchain's a little bit lower, so maybe we should just straight up go run stopper for a little bit, but I do like the way he's developing, and he's still young. Really didn't technically even consider himself as a starter in year 1, so definitely a nice glow up in this year, and maybe he gets a dev up, who freaking knows. But here it is, the 10-7 Kansas City Chiefs playing on the road in our home stadium, Gillette Stadium, against our 11-6 New England Patriots. The good thing is, if it is actually snowy, it'll be easy to see both teams. Both teams wearing colors that are not even close to white, which is awesome. So if it is snowing, which I hope it's not, you would think we would want it, but I don't want it to, we should be able to see fine. And thankfully, we do not have to worry about that anyways, as the weather is clear. Sure, it's cold, but at least it is clear. Ramondre Stevenson, that man, I mean, he already knows, stepping onto this field, there's going to be a long one. It is going to be a long one. It is going to be a tough one. And we're hoping that we can somehow limit Chris Jones as much as possible to hopefully maybe just run it all game long and beat them with the clock and just with them being tired. We don't really have a preference when it comes to starting the game off, whether we receive or kick, but it does seem like we do kick almost every single time. So I don't know. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? We're in the championship round. That's all that matters. Is here a broken tackle. Could have been one away. We do get the stop, though, to the 30, about standard. Not a terrible start to the game, special teams-wise. But now the scary time happens. Patrick Mahomes stepping out onto the field. 49 touchdowns, 13 picks, nearly 5,000 yards. This is the juggernaut offense you got to worry about. As Pacheco is going to be coming out there early, looking like he's going to potentially run the ball here. He's not. Gonzalez is in coverage. And there goes that Ross. Justin Ross, who is the same size as McKenzie, but almost 10 speed slower, catches a short in route and just guns it. Definitely not the start I was expecting. I did not think... I mean, Justin Ross can have a good game. It wouldn't surprise me, but McKenzie getting beat there is crazy to me. And that could have been picked. Instead, it's caught. It's a dots. Rashee Rice with a perfect catch there. I mean, that was so tight of coverage. Marcellus Dial could not be blamed there. He was in literally perfect coverage, and just the ball gets slightly past him, unfortunately, and that will be a first down again. No run yet. We're going to be bringing the blitz here. Jelani Tavai can't get in there. We can't get the cutoff point. 8 yards gain. Good job by Ojulari, whoever the hell it was, saving a bigger play. Any consolation, it's the first passing play or first play in general that they didn't get a first down on. It's something. His offense is, it's scary, dude. And I can't change matchups. You change matchups and bad things happen. Left the running back open, and there goes the sack. Beasley in there in a hurry. Gets a little bit of help so they can't escape. And we will bring him back to kind of the original line on that series. And we have no shame. We're going to go right back to a blitz. A little bit different, but still a blitz nonetheless. I thought that was a penalty. See if Gamble wants to make a play. And outside, got to tackle him. Does a good job. That'll be a 4th and 3. 4th and 2, 4th and 1. Maybe they go for it, but I think this will be a field goal. Definitely was looking like one of those, oh, here goes the Chiefs. They're going to run it right down their throats. But no, we actually tightened up a little bit on this drive, and we'll hold them to 3. Holding the Chiefs to 3 is Basically like holding any other team to 0. 49 passing touchdowns. I mean, even if they only had 1 rushing touchdown, that's 50 touchdowns on the year. Here goes Harper. Here goes Harper on the edge. Can't get any further, but to the 33-yard line. If we had a little bit more room, maybe. But good blocking, good angle, and we'll be back, or we'll be out on offense, I should say, to start this game out from the 33-yard line. Not too far off, though, is Drake May to Mr. Patrick Mahomes' numbers. Chris Jones kind of away from the play a little bit. Should still be able to get a chance, but I think we'll be able to run away. And we do, as Ramondre gets hit, but falls forward for 3. How ironic that they start out with, 3 throws in a row. We might start out with 3 runs in a row. Pulling guard does an okay job. We gain another 3. And the problem is you're putting all the eggs in the basket here through the 4-yard throw, which isn't a lot of yards. And there goes Douglas. Wide open. Lot of room. Tries to cut in between the safety and the corner. Doesn't get it, but to the 45-yard line. Great play. Not a whole lot of separation, but enough. And really good blocking. Looking back at this replay, really good blocking there. Felt comfortable, and we were able to wait a little bit, and there you go. Good things happen to those who wait. Unless you're playing quarterback for this team. Usually it's a sack. Would love to run it, but we're going against Jones directly. And that's a little bit of a force, and he drops it. Not much anyways to be had, so I'm not going to, beat him up over it. It's just they've kind of defended the run well early, so I don't really know if I want to continue with that. Douglas had a nice 3rd down play, and he's going to have another 1st down on 2nd down. Had a big read option play last week. I'm not going to assume it's going to work here, though. They've kind of got a guy out there. And we kind of predetermined that a little bit. Nice throwaway. Could have still forced that into Patton easily, but I think it would have been a tough catch, and you just don't know. Force it in there with a DB on him. It's a tough catch. The ball goes up instead of down, and you're looking at a pick, As Stevenson's going to find some room to the outside. Gets about 6. I think we're mixing it up a little bit now. We're doing okay for ourselves. Screen pass. Could be a quick throw to Faulkner. They're way off on him, so let's see how they read this. And they do read the tight end pretty well. Unfortunately, though, nobody's going to be on Stevenson, and they're going to blow up that 3rd and 5, so it's going to be 4th and 5. We are going to attempt to tie this game right back up. Looking pretty good to me. Joey Sly up and good. 3-all. Both teams taking exactly 3 minutes as well. Almost at a dead even type of drive. Right around the same spot being stopped as well. I mean, that was very 1-to-1. Massive opportunity there to, take a lead early, but at the same time, sometimes you get stopped. What can you do? As Pacheco has got so much speed and a lot of time to work there, but only gains 2. We're a stout defense that usually doesn't panic. And it worked out pretty well there as we only give up 2. Little motions can be tough. He's coming back, testing if it's man or zone. Thought it was going to be a screen. We're on that with Gamble. It's going to be a gain of 3, so they're definitely behind the sticks a bit here. Trying to bait him out a little bit. Get Dial up there, making him think it's a press. I'm going to step in, and wide open over the middle. Good try by Gonzalez. I would love to see him strip that ball out. We're obviously playing pretty shallow there, but you can never expect any sort of off-ball linebacker to drop that hard on it. Sure, we should have sold it a little bit better, but at the same time, if that's something short inside, he's going to complete it easier than that. And on top of it, the guys come from the left to the right. If we didn't get in there and 1 more second later, they would have been open anyways, right? So it really wouldn't have mattered too much. Gamble's coming up on the run. Pretty good job by all 3 of the guys. I don't know how he's falling forward there, but 3 yards. A lot of tight ends in on this play. Don't see how this would be a pass, and it won't be. And we're going to outrun Pacheco there to the spot, and he's only going to gain a yard. Back to another 3rd and, somewhat long. Trusting these corners. Let's see it. Bringing a little bit of a blitz so we can get another sack, get off the field. Might even come in if the running back's not moving. What do we got going on here? I don't know why we're not over here. We're going to cover the tight end. Oh, it's pretty good! Picked by Gamble! There goes Pacheco, though. We're going to go for a spin move on him. We do get the spin. It's going to get an extra couple of yards, and we baited him out. We had 1 hip. Oh, and Trey Smith is injured. We had the hip kind of inside, but last second decided to jump the out. That's where he was throwing it. A lot of predetermined for this offense. And a huge takeaway. Going to run the ball to start out this drive. We're going to step inside. Nice blocking. There goes Ramondre. Stiff arm down to the 10. Huge gain on the ground. Jeromepkr makes it look so easy. Like, every move is, like, almost telepath for him, but they just can't stop it anyways. It's like, yeah, you think he's going to do something, but if you get it wrong, you're going to get beat. I'm going to trust Faulkner across the face of this defense. I like him here. They actually did pretty good there. That's a great throw. Patton doesn't get the left foot down. That's unacceptable. It's a perfect play. We had him one-on-one. He's obviously the guy to throw to. It's a perfect throw. Perfect. Wait. How is that not a catch? Excuse me. Challenge flag. The right foot's clearly in. Wait, how is this not a touchdown? I'm surprised they let us even challenge this because we went in the replay. I mean, he's literally dragging. This is easily a touchdown every day of the week. What are we doing? Thank you. Touchdown, Patriots. We have the lead. And no, we're not going to think about it. We're not thinking about anything here. We have a 7-point lead. Everything was looking all right. That's all we're looking at. We're supposed to blitz there. Oh, God. Gamble gets beat. Try to go for a strip there. Felt like we had some guys coming up. Felt like the animation was going to take a while to get out of. Didn't really. Wiley is heating up. You know, their deep game doesn't look great, but at the same time, I don't want to give them too many of these kind of single looks with no safety help. Although it's kind of working. Mahomes is getting pressured, and he is not looking good against it. We're not going to get too crazy with it, but we are going to be bringing a lot of blitzes this game. Just keep Gamble middle of the field. It's going to be an RPO out there. We're on that. What a hit by Brooks. Ross is not a small guy. It's 3rd and 11 entering the second quarter. Our defense is looking very physical. I mean, we're taking Mahomes down. We're hitting players. We're knocking balls out. I mean, team's looking physical. I mean, look at these hits. We bring in a blitz, but we're going to make it look like, obviously, we're just dropping for the most part. There's an extra guy over there. You definitely expect at least 4. Quick throw inside. He's forced into an early one. Maybe he just wanted that field goal, but even that is going to be a bit long. 58. 58-yarder. Harrison Butker's a good kicker, but that is long. Let's see it. See if we maybe get a hand on this. And no good. Barely to the right. That's not a bad kick, but just slightly off, and that will be a turnover on that down. It's weird because it's not turnover on downs, but it kind of is. Patton's had a couple of go route looks. Let's take it. Not really here. Yeah, we're going to just get out there, throw it away. Didn't really look to Polk. Left side of the field was kind of my look. You know, the go route, the post, and then look over to Faulkner, see if he can get inside. By then, the out would have been gone anyways. But yeah, I don't feel bad about that either. I mean, yes, he gets the separation slightly, but yeah, that's no. That's never happening. This is perfect coverage across the board. Got the stretch play. I mean, hey, we got the tight end there. Oh, God. Oh, look at Jeromepkr, though. Turning nothing into 8. Huge play. Before that bounce, I was like, oh, this is bad. This is really bad. We're going to go with the trap play. I do see this as 4-down territory. And we do get close. They're going to give it to us. I'm going to hurry up to the line here. I don't like that. I don't like that look. Dive play. We get it off before any challenge happens, and we still gain some yards. You know, we basically threw that down away because we just don't want them to challenge because I think it might have been short, and we still get 4. You know, we didn't really have a legit call there. I just wanted to make sure they had no chance to challenge it. Play action. Block and release. I can't believe that guy actually read that well, though. Only gained a yard. Would have had something behind maybe, but I thought they were going to leave him. The deeper players did actually kind of seem like they picked up on that crosser from Douglas, but still. Nobody on Stevenson. Good catch. Stevenson's got room. Cut spin inside. Look at Stevenson to the 13. We're obviously not killing him as much as we, kind of said we might this game, but obviously he's still having a huge impact. And we're going to step in, and Drake May's going to get away for 6. Maybe 7. Great maneuverability. Looked around. Didn't really look at the left side of the field. Right side wasn't looking too good. And Faulkner did have a little bit of separation, but obviously, we live to see another down. We gained 7. Who cares? Patton, maybe. We're not going to get this edge, are we? Ooh, we actually fumbled, too. Losing 3 on that play. Right, this play's had potential for us, but it hasn't really worked out. We're going to go for the reverse with Douglas, and yeah, that did not work at all, unfortunately. Okay, was that Karlaftis? He was not tricked. He was on that. Either way, we'll be able to set up a field goal. Should be up and good. Give us a 2-possession lead. This problem is 6 minutes left. Going to bring some linebackers in here. I'm kind of feeling a run. I think the best way for them to kind of get back into this game would be to start running the ball a little bit, especially since we're expecting pass. Looks like it will be another one of those kind of Passes, and there goes more good pass rush. Mapu in pretty damn good coverage out there, too. The rookie Cobb busting through, a double team with ease. Look at him go. I mean, if he doesn't get there, I think that's a first down. It's a tough throw, but I think he has the set. Okay, bringing a little bit of heat. Might drop Beasley off. Just kind of play it by ear. And we will. Outside. Oh, behind him. Oh, he goes for the possession. Ross isn't that good at change direction or speed anyway, so he probably gets caught, but he probably would have gotten to, a 3rd and 8 situation instead. All right, we've got a lot of DBs in. We're basically just saying, go for it, dude. 3rd and 8, we're bringing it. And he's going to get it out there to Wiley. Good play. There's a lot of congestion in there. All right, back to a little bit more zone coverage. Stepping in. Oh! Gamble almost had pick number 2. I think Rice's shoulder pad might have caught him, though. Gamble, right place, right time. He's looking good. Kind of wanted to play the outside there instead. Uh-oh. Good job by Roberson. Get some help. 3rd and 6. I mean, we're getting this Chiefs team to 3rd down, and that's good. It's just, can we get off the field? Just bringing some regular man coverage. Nothing spectacular. Stuck on the D-line. Try to swat. Not going to get there. Contain. Good hit. That'll be a punt. Good coverage across the board, and the front 4 is doing a decent job. I mean, you definitely know that he thought he was going to have more separation on that Rice route, which, I mean, it's open enough if you put it in a comeback kind of way. Maybe you have that tight end there, but it's good coverage, man. Of course, we're going to be going for a squeeze block as there's no real chance to return this thing. See how good of a punt they get, though. It's going to be kind of off the side of the foot, though, and to the 29-yard line. Terrible punt. Not going to get ahead of ourselves, though. One mistake and the game's, it's a 3-point game. So, try to find whoever's open. Secondary might have been there. Just hit that throw. Nice and clean. Stevenson gains a few. It's nothing big, but it's not a negative play. Go a little simple inside zone. They've got the linebacker, but outside of that, there's really not much help here. And yeah, like we said, try to bounce it, which we do. Slips the tackle to the 48-yard line. He is so elusive, and teams still don't get that. They see him running, and they're like, we got to barrel down on this guy, which I get because it's hard to tackle him. But you give him an inch, and he bounces it out. Little motion for Douglas. Wide open. Not a great throw, but there was some a little bit of pressure in there. We gained 9. Could be the setup. Kind of a shot play. The problem is that shot is to Douglas, who I don't really trust enough in those situations. Why not? It's Polk. Good swat, good defense. I mean, it's Polk. I trust him and Patton in those looks. You give me a look like that with either of them, I'm taking it. I'm just straight up taking it. Left side, stretch. Really good blocking. Maybe a too hard of a cut, but it's a massive first down. 2-minute warning. We're in a great spot. But we also know who we're playing against. We also know who we are. So we're going to continue to play well like we are. You can even argue that shot we took to Polk was dangerous. In behind the defense, Patton could have a touchdown. And honestly, maybe for the better, he doesn't. To the 6. If we can limit them from scoring and we only score 3, it's better than if we score a touchdown and they score a touchdown, it's 0. 3-point is obviously better than 0. And Stevenson's going to get a yard when he probably shouldn't have. Unfortunately, their guy gets injured because that stops the clock. So if we struggle here, then they'll have all the reason in the world to call one more. And that's a touchdown. Faulkner in. I seen the guy blitzing. Sure, he could have dropped off for the pick, but I was very confident he wouldn't have saw the ball because he was coming in. Thankfully, we were right because that could have been picked. It was scary. But we're going to score another touchdown. We're going to be up 20-3. 19-3. The crazy part is I was actually thinking, do we just go for 2? Get that to 21 points right now? And of course we don't, and we don't get the extra point anyways. Lonnie Tavai getting beat there on the drag, but he does recover. That's what matters. You beat, so what? As long as you keep on running, you force them either to be tackled by your teammate or you do it yourself on the chase down. That's what matters. Stepping out deep, and nice knockout by McKenzie. Of course, that would have been out of bounds too, so good knockout. Playing a little safer, going to the cover 4. I get it. It's kind of how teams score before half, but a field goal at this point with the lead we have is not bad to give up. Got a little shoulder on the tight end. McKenzie trying to strip it. We'll get the clean tackle, though, so this clock, yeah, with the timeout there, they have 0 timeouts now with about 49 seconds left. All right, I do worry I need Peppers a little more centralized so you can kind of react a little bit better. I don't really care about baiting him too much. I get it, zone coverage, you don't want to tip your hand, but a little more in the middle. That's not a good play for them. Huge hit by Beasley, but kind of takes the hit. Let's see what the clock situation is going to be looking like here. That's going to be moving. It's going to be moving quickly. 26, 25. Okay, drop them back a little bit. They're probably going to look for something short outside, but you just can't give them that over-the-top look. A lot of clock coming off here. We're on the running back. What is Mahomes going to do? He's going to throw it away smartly. 13 seconds left. What are they going to do with this? I don't want to play prevent, but with no timeouts left, their real only shot at scoring a touchdown is taking a shot here. So let them have a short, a little bit of an easier field goal, but take away the touchdown chance. I think it's worth it. And he's going to take a play inside the field of play. It's a great catch, but for no good as they run out of time. And it's going to go to halftime. I don't know what they're doing there. Maybe he thought there was more separation than there was, and he thought maybe he could have ran into the end zone, but big blown opportunity. It could have been 6-19. Instead, it's going to remain 3-19, and we're in a very commanding lead against, yes, I know it's the 6th seed, but really tough Kansas City Chiefs. Looking at some of the highlights, it's nothing crazy. Very simple. Yeah, there's only one highlight. Very simple play. Run inside because we need to waste that clock and stop the short passes. That's seemingly worked. Defense has been a dream so far, and we're starting out with possession. Problem is they're only 2 possessions away. That extra point being missed does, cause some problems. But Bolden's going to cause problems to their special teams, taking it to the 41 with just pure speed. Stevenson, 76 yards on 10 carries. What a game so far. Another over 30 in the air. And you got yourself a 100-yard game at halftime. Running it right into Chris Jones this time. Usually we're running it away from him. But it actually works out pretty well. We bounce it hard. Maybe could have bounced it even harder, but we gained 3. We go back to that read option, which they're just not allowing us to have. This play didn't really work out for us last time either. It's going to be a wide-open Douglas, though. Kind of gets hit while turning around. Gains 4. All right, I don't really like the option on this, so I'm just going to make sure Polk straight up drags. Nobody on him. Just great release off the line. That's a first down. Out route for Polk. Let's see it. They're kind of on this. We're going to scramble. Try to keep this play alive as long as possible and throw it away. Saw a couple of options. I think the throw would have been too tough, though, so didn't want to risk it. We had a run, but I don't really like it. Go to Douglas again. They're going to leave him, so, why would I not throw to him? 12 yards, untouched. If you're going to give my guy that much room untouched, why would I not? Let's see if we can get Faulkner in behind these linebackers, which we can. Oh, it's behind him by a mile. Oh, my God, Drake May. That's so open. I still don't know why that ball is coming out flat. I don't get it. That's going to be a tough one. Holds on, though, for a gain of 4. So I don't trust anything deeper because everything is behind our receivers. And we would have had freaking Patton for a massive play. I think we did a really good job there and maybe just took a little too long to throw the ball. Maybe had Stevenson underneath, too. But a field goal will give us the 3-possessioner if we hit it, which we should be pretty confident with hitting. Oh, my God. Did I really miss this? Oh, my God. 48-yard field goal missed. That's literally a chip shot. I don't know how I missed that. All right, defense, make a play because between a blocked extra point and a missed field goal, we literally look like we're being paid to lose. It looks like that. Defense, however, has looked outstanding. Defense wasn't in on the meeting where we said we were going to do this. He's actually going to throw it over there, which is smart. He's open, but it's only 2 yards. There's a reason why I kind of gave him that look. I would rather have him have that than something wide open. Bring the heat, and he's going to get bumped by his own guys. That'll be a punt, 4th and 3. Good defense. Still only 3 points for the Chiefs. Let's go. Defense is having a day. And it's another trash punt to the 29. Will it be fixed? Who knows? Well, I like this. Faulkner's kind of nice. Faulkner is wide open. Now that's a perfect throw. Spin inside doesn't really work the same like it did for Stevenson, but to the 34-yard line, huge play. We're pretty much back to where we missed that field goal. A little bit behind it, close enough. Offense is looking good. Defense is looking amazing. Stevenson bouncing off players for 8 or 9. We're going to start absolutely chewing this clock now. 2nd and 2, run the ball. They get a decent push, but not good enough. Stevenson to the 16. Try to mix it up as much as possible. Don't want them to have, free reins against our run. And they're not on it enough. I could have threw it over, but 4 yards is 4 yards. 100 yards on the game, ground-wise for Stevenson. Fake him out with the Jones sweep, the jet sweep. Run it right up the middle on them. And we're going to bounce this. Wanted to bounce it past the receiver and then back inside. Maybe should have just went a little more inside there. Got the little bubble. I actually kind of like this one, but the problem is if they read it, then you're forced into the run, obviously. They're not on it. Polk catches it. Gets the first down. Great block by Patton. First down to the 5. Looking really good as this clock continues to drain. Already leading. Stevenson gets a nice little push. Rolls over into the end zone. What a play. I did not think that was going to happen. I don't know why the Chiefs are going through the motion there. Got a couple of bodies. I mean, look at them. They're standing there like, he's down. You just don't know it, Stevenson. Until the whistle is blown, you've got to keep trying. Because otherwise, things like that will happen to you. In no way should being met like this by Chanel mean a touchdown. Sure, he gets beat here technically. He should have had him. He had the leverage, he had the speed, everything. But he's got him here enough to where his teammates should be able to make a play. Instead, we get some help from our O-line. They're standing around. And then there's just a wall, like a play mat of bodies that we roll over into the end zone on. You could almost argue maybe he was short, but by what significant margin? I mean, he's still not down technically. He's down like right here. And that ball is like just about touching the line. And no, we're still not going to talk about it. I don't care what the score is. Trying to get a push in there. They are going to run the ball smartly enough. You got to mix it up a little bit. But at the same time, you are down a lot of scores. At what point do you say, okay, we might have to just win this game the way we normally win games by just throwing it all over the field? Nice drag. The drags are just killing us, but they do waste a lot of clock, too. I think you can almost get away with at least one drive where you're like, okay, play really deep. Don't give them a chance to get into it with a big play. Over the middle, I mean, that's nothing, right? Like, that's 3 yards, another 40 seconds gone. If they want to waste 6 minutes to get down the field, I will allow them to. We're going to play over top for this drive. If they get a touchdown here, maybe, depending on the clock, we can't. But, I mean, it's not really looking good for him either. Gamble, good help. I mean, he gains a yard, but that's a lot of clock gone again. His Chiefs team has looked the worst out of all of our opponents so far, and they're easily the best. We can get a press on Ross a little bit. We do. We release him. We try to get out there. We need help there. Rice with a huge play at the 27. Like, that's not even our guy, To the fourth quarter, up 23. It's good. It's looking promising. That's all I'm gonna say. Gamble, huge pick. That was obviously massive for us. Missed field goal sucked, but we got really aggressive on the drive afterwards and got a touchdown because of it. I mean, I argue with a field goal, that field goal that we missed, we hit that, we probably don't throw the ball once. So, potentially less points anyways. Good tackle attempt by McKenzie. The clock will continue to run there. Going to be kind of dropping deep with Beasley. Don't want that post potentially with Rice to have its day. It's not a post. He's short over the middle. He bounces off of it, but doesn't really get much off of it. 6 yards. All right, Jelani. You've got a pretty big task here. Middle of the field. Trying to get off the block with Brooks. Pacheco maybe doing too much. Jabril with a clean one-on-one tackle. And, of course, with them being this close, I'm willing to blitz, obviously. Why wouldn't I? We got the tight end. Oh, we got beat. Oh, he drops it. Jelani all over it. Good play. Thought the way he was running that he was going to come back inside, so kind of gave him some cushion. And I think you just run simple man coverage, press him into the ground, keep Gamble close to the line. Same with Peppers. QB contain as well. And, wow, what a try by Gonzalez, but a great throw, great catch. Touchdown Chiefs. They're going to go for 2 here. Bring in a blitz. Don't give them a chance. Could be a swing. It will be. We're out there, though, and yeah, that's a massive loss as they're now still down by 3 possessions. I get it. At some point, you do need to go for the 2-point anyways. Maybe you just want to know what you've got to do. But also, that kills the morale. And so does this. As Harper ducks underneath the block and gets to the 33. I mean, I think our defense played a pretty good job on that last drive to where we can probably just run this out. That's a late throw over. Patton handles it well, though. Thankfully, we didn't have any ineligible men downfield. Kind of a testament not to their resilience and their, their intelligence, but the fact that they didn't get any push. And there goes a huge. Now that's some good push. Oh, look at the hop, step, spin. How do you defend that? I mean, that's not spin cycle. That's not jukebox, I don't think. And it's not evasive. It's just an unbelievable running back. I mean, tell me this isn't like one of the filthiest moves of all time. It goes so quick, you can barely see it. You got to slow it down. Little, kind of, what is it called? High step, if you will. Can't think of what the hell it's called. I don't think it's a high step. What the hell am I thinking of? Whatever it was disgusting. Oh, God. We're going to lose the end of the zone. He fights back to the line. Might have gotten it back. Unfortunately, no, we're not wrong. It looked like it wasn't right there because it didn't show it, but back to the ground, 2nd and 10. Oh, it doesn't get the help, but he buries a guy, gains a yard or 2, maybe 3. Yes, you want that clock on, but at the same time, if we get a first down here, we not only guarantee points, we obviously also guarantee the drive continuing. Faulkner. It's a great throw. Faulkner with a lot of room. Lowering the shoulder, protecting that ball to the 21. It's not looking good for the Chiefs. We've done a really good job on offense in this game. Limiting the turnovers. Continuing drives. And we got some room here on the sweep. Douglas is in! That's game. What a blowout. We look amazing. I'm actually, thoroughly impressed. I know we had that Chargers game, but considering the team that we're going against here and the moment it is, this championship round, this is the best game we've had. Did we also miss another extra point, by the way? It doesn't matter. Game's over. But, did we? Can we not, if you don't mind? I can't believe this freaking D-line, though. What a hit. I don't know how you time the boom that well and still don't take him down, but sure. Probably not as deep as we should be, but, I mean, I feel good about ourselves. Let's get a spin move in here with Uche. Not the only guy that can spin. Got a nice push, but then double-teamed. Pacheco, for some reason, stays in bounds. And, yeah, it's a first down, but not worth it. Let's go Uche again. I want to see the spin move. Didn't really work, which that's his ability, too. Ross breaks off the tackle. Gets popped that time. We've done a great job. I mean, this has just been a great job all around. A little short to Wiley, who makes it count. I mean, he's been great for him all year. Catching us in kind of like a wrong personnel, but at this point of the game, we just kind of wanted over. Let's get to the Super Bowl. Good defense. Still, forcing them underneath. Forcing them to, you have to get behind us. We're not going to allow it. Oh, God. Man coverage there is not good. Stuck on the line. Nice short inside. It's going to be short again to the 4. Now we're going to be bringing the blitz, see if we can catch him off guard. And Mahomes going to run and somehow gets off the tackle there. You got to do better than that, dude. All right, they need the 2-point conversion again at some point, but maybe once again a little early. I wouldn't even say early, but wrong timing. It's not really early. The game's almost over. Back in the end zone, and for some reason, Gonzalez doesn't look, but the guy's feet aren't in. Oh, wow, that really sucks. Let's go onside XL. I want to test out different onside. So we have the blockers up front, which has Douglas behind. But that's a problem. Obviously, Ricard's amazing. He's going to catch that, but that's why I would never do XL. There's a good chance it goes to a guy that doesn't have great hands, And there's no chance we're letting them injure our guys. Of course, we still have our line in there and Faulkner, but for the most part, it's a lot of backups. Keaton Mitchell actually gets some room. Gains about 7 or 8. He's like, well, this is why I should be out on the field. I just want to see how this squad plays, if you will. And Keaton, nice stiff arm, gains 4 for the first down. Obviously, they have at this point pretty much given up, but still, I like to see it. Trap play. Mitchell, I mean, he's tough for a little dude. One of the most ass toss plays in the world. Let's see what we've got for ourselves. And Mitchell does find a little bit of room. And the game is won 32-15. We're headed to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs just, I mean, they got to be dumbfounded, right? Like, they just have no idea what just hit them. Like, this is a game that you would think would have been in their favor for one, and really high scoring from them. But our defense, it did really well, and our offense said, you know what? We're not going to lose this game. The defense wants to play this well. We're going to make sure that it's not for nothing. We are going to protect that football. That's exactly what we did. There was like almost no risk all game long. Sure, we had like the jump ball look and maybe the guy that was blitzing on the Faulkner play, but high percentage looks in favor of us. And that was a big difference in this one as well. You know, the takeaways or lack thereof from their side. You know, Mahomes threw a pick and we didn't. We just simply didn't. May was pretty good. Didn't need to be, though. Stevenson was great. Kind of, relied on him a little bit in the ground game. Douglas with the touchdown's pretty sick. Receivers, Wiley ended up getting injured. That was right at the end of the game. That doesn't count. He was healthy the whole game long. But yeah, I mean, it was really like Faulkner and Douglas. Patton had a couple of plays. Polk with a nice catch. But there was nothing really in the pass game that was out of the ordinary great. Defensively, there was a lot of pressure. Didn't really get home often. We got there once, but a lot of pressure, which caused a lot of issues, especially the pick. Joey Sly with a missed, 2 extra points missed, and a field goal. Field goal is our fault in fairness, but yeah, we got to clean that up a little bit. A game against the Chiefs, you'd think those 5 points would have meant the world. Thankfully, though, they didn't. And there you have it. We win 32-15, headed on to the Super Bowl for the next one. All the marbles for a Super Bowl title. We're in. Can we get this team another Super Bowl? I'm not even going to look at who we're playing. I'm going to leave that all for next episode, which if you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate getting support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. And as far as the sliders go, if you want to see what we're rocking with, this is what we're doing on all Madden right now. I like them. I like them quite a bit. This is what we got going on. Punt accuracy, maybe you could put up to 100 because the AI is just so stupid. But yeah, that's where we're at with those. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, what a game. See ya. And once again, shout out to the members of the channel. Appreciate you guys a ton. And if you're out there watching and you're not a member yet, you want to be, click the join button. And it's next to the subscribe button. And all the details shall be in there. Regardless, thanks everyone for watching. And see ya.